Welcome back to the second part of the market research. All right, so I'm going to actually be showing us how I conduct market research in another way. Right, the first aspect of the market research that I've shown us is how to is for us to make use of the new category, the new added category, and click on it and then look for if there are no more people right there, no competitive, there's traffic, others in queue, and then you are good to go. So I think we only did for graphics and then programming and text. So you can do for the rest. Okay, you can do for the rest of them. So, but in this video, in this second aspect of the market research, I'm going to be showing us how I also conduct market research using the Fiverr search bar. All right, so I'll just come right in now. So we're going to make use of this Fiverr search tool. Okay, now using Fiverr search tool for your market research, it's actually not really that not really that complicated, but you have to just be creative as to how you think about service or categories on Fiverr that you can actually sell, or you think that there are not really much people right there. For example, the cookbook that I was actually making reference to in some of my videos is as a result of this. I use Fiverr search to actually identify cookbook. So, but before I actually do that, I make use of social media. For example, I use YouTube most of the time to actually identify some new new niche. Okay, that of cookbook, I was just scrolling on YouTube that day and then just trying to identify some other services. It's not that there are ways whereby you just think, okay, in this particular niche, or do you think this can actually be a service that someone can offer on Fiverr? You just have to be creative around it. That's what I'm saying. You can sometimes just be scrolling on social media and you notice that, okay, someone mentioned something or someone was talking about something. Then you can just think about it. Okay, can this thing be like a service that you can offer on Fiverr? Do you know that people are also offering something like a birthday shout out, stuff like that? People are offering some advice, just to advise someone, to be someone's friends on Fiverr. So what makes you think that you can't think about some things, you can't actually identify things that what people are saying on all these social media platforms, and then you can just come to Fiverr and search about it, right? Once you see 2 or 3 or 4 services, or you see that people are actually selling that particular thing and they are not too much, not really competitive, then set up a bid on it. That was how I was able to actually identify a cookbook service on Fiverr then, and I actually got that from YouTube. So I searched something related to cooking, something niche, and then I saw people creating books on. The first thing that I actually saw was the cover design, and then I was like, okay, that means you can write recipes, you can write all those things. Okay, that was when I started selling cookbook service on Fiverr. So I come to Fiverr, search it. So what I did was that I just come right here and search from something like cookbook, right? So when you search cookbook, okay, you're going to see some suggested keywords. These suggested keywords are keywords that people are also searching for, exactly like this. Please, this is very, very important for you to know how to use this search tool to identify your niche. Identify the service very well. Okay, this service that are not competitive. You can see when I search cookbook, right, you see the numbers of people right here in this kids cookbook might differ from you just using ordinary cookbook. Do everything still work all together? You can see that each and every of the research keyword actually have cookbook, right? You can see cookbooks in everything. Okay, now what you have to do is to make sure you take all these right here into consideration and identify the major keyword. What's the major keyword right there? It is cookbook. Please, let's make sure, let's pay attention to this. The major keyword right here is cookbook. All right, and you can see that what is next after is cookbook cover design, cookbook recipe, cookbook writer, cookbook design, cookbook formatting. Okay, what does that tell you? All right, that's to tell you that what people are searching for this, and the major keyword right here is cookbook. Okay, so now if you should check ordinary cookbook, the tendency of people in cookbook, right, might be more than all these people right here. Though they are still the same, but they are different service, but still the same niche. Some are complicated right now. It is not complicated, don't worry. So let me just click on search. Right here we have over 1,000 plus, close like 2,000, more than 2,000 people right here selling cookbook services. Right? You can see right here, and if you click on, you can see that a lot of people have done a lot of jobs right there. Okay, like 24, 1 and 9. Like I've known this guy for quite a number of time right now. Okay, this Anif writer, this guy. So you can see right here a lot of them, right? And this particular lady too. A lot of them are selling. You can see this lady has 2 gig on this cookbook. And I know when this lady joined. I think we joined at the same time. Right? So you can see right there a lot of people offering cookbook, and you can see quite numbers of them are actually having orders. Alright, if I should just click on any of them, this guy has 10 orders in queue. Mad. Okay, you can see right here. Let me click on this one. This one has 1 orders in queue. This is the service I discovered, so I know there's traffic in this one because I'm offering this the service also too. I've done more than 58 jobs on cookbooks right in the account I showed us earlier. I've done over 50 orders on just cookbook alone, and I'm still getting orders on cookbook. There are some clients I retain, there are some clients I work off Fiverr. Alright, so that is just the way it works, right? So identifying these skills can also lie on your creativity. Alright, how you can tailor or how you can leverage social media like YouTube most of the time. Alright, I use YouTube most of the time, right? To actually identify some of these skills. Okay, and I'm gonna show us another one that I actually identify using YouTube also too. Alright, that one is related to AI. Okay, so you can see right here. So you come right here to Fiverr. Once you identify or once you just think about a service, or you see that someone talking about a particular thing and you think that okay, this thing can actually be used as a, or let me go to Fiverr to check if there's anybody offering this service on Fiverr. Alright, so when I was offering cookbook, I was offering cookbook on different categories, on kids cookbook, on LT cookbook, on for men, for women, for different categories, right? You can see right here we have kid cookbook. If you click on kid cookbook, you can see the kid cookbook are not really competitive. You can see right here you have 72 people, just 72 results right there. Okay, just 72 results, but there's not really much traffic right there, right? So what does that tell you? No more traffic, low competitive, right? Just 72. They are not even up to 100. Okay, so that boils down to how you actually come up with your title gig, because there is a way you can set up your gig and then it will reflect in all these categories. Because you can see right here, this is actually a category that cookbook is actually a category that has different keywords. I'm sorry, has mostly related keywords. Like the major keyword right here is cookbook, but someone offering just ordinary cookbook writing services can also be offering cookbook, can write something on cookbooks, right? Can do the formatting. And one thing I did, I think I told us, I also add design to mine. I was writing cookbook for them and also doing the design for them too. Okay, so but this is not just about cookbook. I'm just using as an example how we can go about the market research for how we can use Fiverr search bar for the market research. All right, so once you actually think of these things and then you see that okay, fine, let me come to Fiverr and actually identify if people are actually selling on these particular keywords, right? So that is how I actually identify this cookbook. I just think about it and then I saw someone talking about it and then come to Fiverr, search it, and then I find something out. Alright, so when I search it, then they are not even up to over 1,009. This is more than 2,000 now. They are not even up to, I think they are around maybe 1,000 thereabouts. They are not even up to 2,000 plus, 119 something plus. Do you get the point? So that actually gives me an advantage to actually set up my gigs, and ever since then I've been selling until this very moment. I'm still selling on cookbook. Yeah, that is how it is. So once your gig has ranked to some extent and then you have completed a lot of orders, there's just some benefit that Fiverr is actually going to bring into your way, right? So that is how I was able to identify that particular niche using social media. So we can always make sure we are paying attention to some things online, right? Just random things. And you'll be so shocked as to how that thing can actually yield money for you. It is just about your creativity. So once you actually identify that, just come right here to Fiverr, search it, okay? Pay attention to these suggested keywords. You can select any of them. For example, if I select cookbook formatting, you can see that they are not even up to 1,000, right? You can see right there, and then you can see that these people are actually getting orders, 29.8. So you click on them to see if they have orders in queue. It's as simple as that. That is the key things that I've actually been using and has been working for me over the years, right? So you can see right there, you can see 229, okay? So quite numbers of them are actually making good money for themselves. So you can see if I should come right here and just remove this one, select another one, let's say cookbook recipe. And the beauty thing about this cookbook is that the keyword you can write, you can be very, if you're creative about the title, you'll be so shocked as to how your gig is going to reflect in almost all those keywords that you see, those suggested keywords that we see, right? You'll be so shocked as to how your gig is going to actually be reflecting everything. This guy gig right here, this Anif writer, you can see that we saw the gig when we search for ordinary cookbook, we can see the gig. Right now, this cookbook recipe, we can still see the gig. Okay, so the cookbook service on Fiverr is actually very very good. You can, if you can actually take your chance and then come and set up your gig right there. I can guarantee you're gonna make sales. All right. Okay, obviously everybody's result is different from one another, right? You might not get the result I get, but just believe in yourself and then come right here, set it up, do implement everything I said. So you actually so sure that you're actually going to see some differences. All right. So now I'm going to actually use another thing. Okay, there's one I've actually been working on recently, but I've not yet completed it. Probably I'm just going to do it right now. So there's one I cited on YouTube again. These animations or anime, these game player people, those people that do YouTube play games, all this kind of, I don't know if we do see something like that online. All these game YouTubers, right? So I think it's anime, or I think custom anime, right? I think custom anime, something like animation. Okay, so I'm going to select this one right here, 6,000. Okay, you can see right there that we have 6,000 right here. So we are coming. All right. So now once you identify a category like that, okay, but when you search it, you can see, don't be panic, right? You can see that we have over 6,000 right here. So come right here, click on this category, click on it. Okay, check through everything. So you can see right there we have logo animation, 2D animation. You can see 1,603. So now look at this character animation, just 366. Whiteboard explainer that was telling us, you can see 334. Graphics for streamers, right? Video template. You can see that these people right here are not that much. Okay, the one I was talking about right here, you can go ahead and check all these. Okay, the one I'm talking about is this animation for streamers. Okay, this is one I was actually working on. So I'm going to click on this. Just follow the process. It's very very easy, straightforward. Just follow. If you don't get it the first time, just come back to it again and watch the video. Right now, animation for streamers. Okay, this is the one I was actually working on. Now you can see right here we have over 1k right there. This person has completed 1k, right? Over 1k jobs. This person has completed over 578. Over 100 jobs, over 100 others. You can see that quite numbers of them have actually like gotten a lot of orders. All right, and these are just animations, just these YouTube animation people. These people that play games on YouTube, right? So right now we can see animation for streamers. Okay, I'm just going to click on anyone. This one's completed 16. Okay, right here, this person doesn't have any others in queue. Let me go back and check somebody. Sorry, I'm going to cancel quite a number of them right there. Alright, so I'm just going to come right here. And then I'm going to select another one. Let's say this one. Right here, this person have one orders in queue, and you can see that the buyers are coming back. Okay, so that's the benefit of you retaining your client on Fiverr. You can see this one also have one orders in queue. Nice. Come right here, just select any random one. Okay, this one also have one orders in queue. Nice. So this tells us that what is actually traffic right here, and you can see the numbers of orders these people have completed. 2 orders, 20 something orders, 500 or something others, right? So this tells us that what is actually traffic right here, not competitive. Okay, so what is left for you is to go ahead and find how you can actually offer this service. Like I've said, I'm also still working on this particular niche. I am not done yet, and that is why we are doing it together. Right, so if I should come right here, you can see we have animations. So I will come right here again to search for something like anime VTuber, like this. This particular keyword is what I want to actually find out. So you can see right here that we have okay, sorry. So you can see anime VTuber. You can see right here that we have over 2,000 plus results right there. Okay, which I don't actually recommend. So I'm gonna go ahead again and search for something else, right? But you can see there's actually more traffic right there. But the tendency of you ranking right here is still actually even you can see rank here, but it's gonna take a while, right? So but we are looking for very very low competitive niche for us to actually position our gig. So I'm gonna come right here again. Okay, there's a particular keyword character. Okay, so we're just going to character, and then now one thing you have to actually understand again is that suggested keywords that this search bar is actually bringing for you is very very important. This is where you can identify this very very low competitive niche. All right, now I search for character because I know these animations are different characters, so I decided to search for characters, and and it's brought out some suggested keywords. Right, we have 3D character modeling, character design. So we're going to actually check each and every one of them to see the one that is has a very very low competitive, like that is very low. So let me click on this 3D character modeling to see the search result. So this 35, this is even no go area. I'm not even going to like check through. So I'm just going to come back right here again. Can you see how I'm actually doing the research? Okay, so I'm going to click on the character again, and then come right here to character design. 11,000. I don't even bother. Alright, so come right here to D&D character art. 6,000. Okay, I don't want to. So you can check each and every one of them. Alright, fantasy character. 3,000. Okay, this one is still a little bit, but still competitive for me because I only set up my gig to over 1,000. Let's see, 1,000 or something, right? Something 3,000 above, 4,000, 5,000. No go area for me. So 3D character modeling will trigger in. Let's check this one, D&D character. Aha! Now you can see right here we have 452 results. Can you see how I started it? Can you see how I was able to identify the niche right now? The category, can you see this one is not competitive at all? Alright, but there's still other things you have to check, okay, if it is actually traffic or not. But the first thing is that you can see that we actually identify that there is actually no more seller right here, like we don't have really much seller right here. So this is actually not competitive. So what you do next is to come and check if these people right here have orders. But these people right here, I'm seeing there's no really one order. Okay, this person have only completed one order. This one have only completed one order. So let's just go back. No orders right here, no orders right here, no orders right here. But this niche right here is very very low. Okay, it will be actually, if you actually create your gig right here in this particular D&D character, okay, you are just going to be among the waiting list, waiting for clients to come. All right, so I will not actually even create my gig right here. So I'm just going to go back and check if there's any other one that character. Okay, I think we check. Let's check character sheet. Okay, there are not that much character sheets also, so I can still venture right here. This is over just 1,000 plus. Alright, but let's check through. Obviously, there's actually a lot of traffic right there. These people right here have completed a lot of orders, right? So you can see quite numbers. This one have orders in queue. So you can still venture your gig right here. You can still create your gig right here. 2 orders in queue. So there's tendency for ranking right here. Okay. But if you can see the one that is just not up to 1,000 will have been good, and there is traffic. So market research is actually a lot, right? But guys, believe me, you have to actually go through the whole process if you want to actually get your gig performing very well on Fiverr. Market research is not something that is very very fun to do. It's most times very very tiring. Sometimes if I get tired of it, I'll just leave it and then come back to it later. Alright, but I'll make sure I document, the keyword I'm actually citing, that okay, this one can actually be a good potential keyword. So I'm just gonna jot it down, just copy somewhere on my system, right? So I'm just gonna come right here again, and then let's check the last one. Character arts. Right, 11,000, no good area. So I will recommend this character sheet. This character sheet right here. Just 1,000 plus. Alright. So you can still create accounts on this, and then, but if you want to create an account right here, you have to actually position your gig very well. That is where your SEO comes in, your title, and others, right? But now, can you see how we identify the low competitive gig? The one that we see that would have been our best shot was this DND character, but there is no traffic right there. So what you will do is that if you're unable to find anyone that is no traffic, so you move on to the next one. All right, you can select any other categories, do the same thing. Okay, so you can use social media, YouTube, look for what people are actually talking about. Okay, think about it. You just have to be creative around it. That is the way I do it. You just have to be creative around it, and then bring it to Fiverr, check it out. Okay, let's see this. The whole process is not going to be fun, I guarantee you. All right, but if you actually can pass through everything, then you're actually going to rejoice at the end. All right, because that was the reason why, that was how I basically find this cookbook niche that has made me a whole lot of money on Fiverr. Right, I have other niches right there that make me money. Okay, this is how I actually identify them. Okay, is either I use the new categories. Okay, for newbies you can go ahead with the new categories, right? But you have to see if you can practice this very well and then get good at it. It's actually going to help you in the long run. Okay, so sometimes if I don't want to use the new category, I'll just come right here, use the Fiverr search tool, and then identify this for myself. All right, so that is how you can basically go about market research. It's very, very important for you to actually understand it very well, right? And start looking for this low competitive gig. Make sure you put into consideration it has to be low competitive gig, and then there is traffic in it. The traffic will tell you that the traffic, you're actually going to know if there's traffic if those sellers actually have orders in queue, have completed numbers of orders. All right, and I recommend 1,000 plus, let's say 1,005 search results when you're identifying your low competitive gig. You will do yourself very good if you can actually identify something of this 500 or 400 or something like that, and there is traffic right there. All right, if you identify low competitive and there's no traffic, my brother, you will just join the waiting list, right? But you can keep it in mind, okay, and see if the sellers right there are actually doing very well. Probably some of them are getting orders. Then you can go position yourself very well. Okay, so that is how you can do that. It's either you follow the first video or the second one in the market research niche, but you can learn both. The two is very, very important. If you can actually go ahead with the two, then you're actually going to do yourself more good, right, in the long run, because you will be able to identify a lot of sub niches, like low competitive gigs that you can set your gigs on. Okay, and that will give you higher edge, all right, as a new seller on Fiverr. Okay, because a lot of people I have seen, some of them have been on Fiverr for many years. Okay, that does not give you that that does not mean that if you are coming in, all right, probably just now just creating your account, that doesn't mean that you cannot still do well. This is why this information is very, very important. All right, so thank you very much, guys. See you on the next episode. Bye, guys.